What's up, guys? It's Retro Coyote here, and if you enjoy the content here on this channel, if you like nostalgic stuff from the 90s and 2000s, then make sure to like and subscribe, because we do content like this all the time. So I have been binging Transformers content for the last couple of months, and I'm going to make it your problem. So yeah, my dad is from the 80s, I'm from the 90s and the 2000s, which meant he passed along a lot of his stuff down to me. So I got to play with a lot of the old Transformers. And growing up, you know, I was always just passively aware of these toys. They were really cool. I didn't know it was a whole multimedia franchise until much later in life when I found a show in the early 2000s called Beast Wars. And I was always kind of passively aware that it was Transformers, but later on in the show, they're like, yes, we are descendants of the Autobots and Decepticons. I'm like, oh, okay. And this was cooler because they turned into animals. Yeah. But I have a few here, and I just wanted to kind of share them with you. So let's get into it. So yeah, growing up, I was a big fan of Beast Wars. If you are on YouTube at all, then I highly encourage you, if you're even casually a fan of Transformers, check out their official YouTube channel. They actually have a lot of their shows up there for free for you to watch. So if you haven't seen Beast Wars in a while, it's definitely worth a watch. It's early 3D animation, but for its time, it was really something special. Anyway, yeah, I was getting into Transformers over the past few months, and I come to find out they also have a tabletop game, go figure. So that was crazy to find out. But yeah, I was getting back into Beast Wars, and you know, I bought one of the older ones. This one here is a second generation Seeker. They're a lot of fun. This one is one of what they call the Transmetal, which is basically a new form that they get. Not all of them are winners. This one kind of comes apart easily. And he's meant to be a locust, if you can't tell. And his transformation into his robot mode isn't very cool. And you can see the flecks of chrome starting to come off of his plastic there. But I like it. You know, I like the bug Transformers. They're pretty neat. But this one here we're going to unbox together and take a look at. This is Terrorsaur from Beast Wars. He was one of the Predacons, the bad guys, basically. And it was really cool because ever since the, was it Rise of the Beasts or something like that, one of the Michael Bay Transformers films, they introduced the Maximals. And so we're getting more Beast Wars content, more Beast Wars toys after years. So that's awesome to see. I was super excited to see that. Cheetor, Maximus, all that. Very cool. So we're going to unbox him. But first, I want to kind of show you the evolution of, you know, kind of where it came from. So we're going to take a look at this here. I believe it's Acid Storm, which is one of Starscream's lieutenants. So we're going to go ahead and transform him. So what we do here is we kind of fold these down. And yeah, these toys, despite being, you know, from the 80s, are incredibly complex for their time. There's really a lot to these, so it's definitely worth worth your time to look into. Again, if you're even like passively into Transformers at all. Okay, so there we go. Boom. And these are his arms. Boom, boom. These are his feet. They don't move independently. They're kind of stuck together like this, but there he is. And now he's a robot. Hooray, everybody. But that is really, really cool. And, you know, that's pretty much the selling point of these toys, is you get a jet and a robot, or a vehicle of some sort, or a dinosaur and a robot. It was two toys in one. They originally came from Japan. They were something else entirely, but they got over here onto American shores and kind of Hasbro took them and made a story out of them. And that's where the Autobots, Decepticons, and all that lore comes from. That is all Hasbro's doing. And you know, the story has changed, developed, and been retold throughout the years, and obviously people are going to have their favorites. Like I said, I'm quite partial to the Beast Wars and later on the Beast Machines, which was the immediate sequel series to Beast Wars. But again, everybody's going to have their favorites. So later on, speaking of Beast Wars, we run into these, you know, these guys turn into animals. They're a lot more complex. And like I said, not everyone's a winner. Cool thing about this guy is he shoots missiles out of his wings. Pretty neat, right? Well, one is missing because when I got him home, I accidentally clicked the button, which is really easy to do, and the missile shot off. I saw where it flew. I saw where it landed. But when I looked for it, it was gone. It was just gone. I don't know where it is. I've looked for it many times since. I have not found it. It is just gone. It went to the missile dimension. And sadly, that's par for course. That's incredibly common with a lot of these toys from back in the day that have these little plastic ammo missile giblets. They fly off to God knows where, and they're just gone, which sucks. Whatever toy company that makes these, you know, obviously in this case it's going to be Hasbro, but any toy from the 90s that used little Jimmy plastic missiles, they could make a mint by selling little packs of the missiles just to replace the ones you shot into oblivion. I'm not going to transform this one because, like I said, it's kind of janky to do and it doesn't really look that cool, and I like him better as a bug. So we're going to leave him here, and we're going to get to the main event of our show today, which is this Beast Wars Terrorsaur here. All right, so we're going to unbox him, transform him, and see what's up. And let me actually take a look at this and see, because I'm fairly certain this is a reprint. Yes, 2022. Okay, so this is a reissue of old Beast Wars stuff. Like I said, it's a new wave of Beast Wars stuff coming out. Obviously, I got this over at a shop called Ollie's, which is basically Big Lots, but not as many good snacks. But if you grew up in the 90s and 2000s, you probably remember Beast Wars. It was awesome. Beast Wars. All right, so we have some instructions here to ignore. All right. Where we're going, we don't need instructions. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need to get some scissors though. I can't ignore those instructions. Oh boy. I don't want to break any of the small plastic parts. Okay. There we go. And we got his little weapon. Great, it's very tiny, so it's very easy to lose. I love it. Alright. But yeah, man. So here he is. And we'll get to him in a minute. But I want to look again at this little blaster they give him, because it folds. It's a little thing here, right? And now it's a sad blaster. There we go. Yeah, it has this extra play here at the end, so you can just be like, he's out of ammo when it's sad about it, you know, whatever. But there you go. Yeah, that's gonna be so easy to lose. I'm gonna keep that in his hand at all times when I set him up, so we'll see how long I can go without losing that. But here he is. Okay, so we have his legs. Okay. And I'm assuming his head. Yes, okay. There we go. Okay, and these fold back into his arms here. Like I said, I'm learning this right along with you. Okay. What is going on? I don't want to break it, but okay. So we're gonna have to look at the instructions because I feel like if I push on this, I'm gonna break it. And I don't want to do that. This is not instructions at all. This is safety information. I know not to eat it. I'm not 5. On the back they have instructions because I'm a goober. Hooray, everybody. Okay, so let's review. He is a bird. Okay, so let me do this. Fold. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that because it came off. Okay, well, we're gonna see if we can put that back on. I told you I was gonna break it. Y'all didn't listen. All right, hold on. I don't like it. Okay, yep. Okay, we got it. Fixed, good as new, right? All right, everybody. So okay, so this little black strip here apparently is an anchor point for this, and this is meant to, I guess, fold up somehow. I'm trying to understand this. I'm sorry. This is, and that's supposedly, that's part of the fun, is learning to transform these guys. Because yeah, man, it's a skill and it's a process. Oh, and it's fun. Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out, and it's not being figured out. Like I said, I don't want to break this. Okay, so I break it more. Very cool, very demure, very mindful. So I can see his little head poking out there, but this is kind of spring locked in place. Okay. I just want to know what I'm missing. What step I need to complete to get this to more or less cooperate. Okay. Do I need to push this down further? Okay, so this goes up. Finally. Oh my gosh, y'all. Jeez. And now I have to put him back together again because he decided he wanted to have a moment and be a broken dingus face with him and his fragile robotic ego over here. Head comes up. Leg goes back on. Oh man, guys. I didn't know this was going to be a process like this. It's my fault though. All right. So he got his feet. There he is. Hooray, it's Pterosaur, everybody. Nobody's favorite. It's Pterosaur. And we take his gun. God. Yeah, he was spring locked into place, guys. Now, yes, he did kind of come apart on me a couple times there, but it wasn't a break. He just kind of disassembled himself. And that, you know, that happened with our Locust, too. A lot of these toys, you got to remember, back in the day, they were made of tougher stuff. You know, I'm talking die-cast, like real metal. Didn't always play well with the plastic parts, but it worked. The toys today are kind of cheap by comparison, but here he is. There's Pterosaur, everybody. Very cool. I'm a big fan. It's a cool looking character. It's just the method of transforming isn't good. I feel like I'm going to break it every time I transform him. But yeah, so kind of reminds me of the way the Gen 2 Seekers transform, which makes sense. He's a same kind of guy. But these are neat. I just want to share kind of this new little hyperfixation I've been going through. And, you know, obviously Transformers are more 80s than the usual 90s and 2000s stomping ground I'm into, but a lot of us grew up with Beast Wars and we remember it fondly. So I kind of wanted to share it with you that it's out there once again, waiting for you to come rediscover it. And so check some places out. If you have any Beast Wars stuff, tell me about it down in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.